Hey guys, welcome back to Critical Flick. This weekend, we're going to be reviewing the newest shark movie, because there's got to be one every summer, and it's 47 Meters Down. So this is Klaus right here. He has a shark hat, so he wanted to be in it for the very beginning, but he's not going to cooperate, so I'm going to put him down now.
Yeah. So this movie stars Mandy Moore, which we all know if you know from the 90s. And then also a new upcomer, kind of, Claire Holt. I know her because she was on The Vampire Diaries and the originals.
Fun fact, Klaus you just saw is named after one of the characters from Vampire Diaries, so it just comes full circle.
Yeah, full circle.
So this movie is basically about two sisters who are on a trip down in Mexico, and they decide that it's a good idea to go with two guys that they just met at a bar the night before and go out on this rinky-dinky boat and get in this really crappy shark cage and then just go down the water. And then, as you see in the trailer, the things break and they fall straight down and then there's sharks. So that's pretty much the plot of the movie.
But is there multiple sharks? I think there was this one.
What?
I think there was only one shark. I don't think there's multiple.
That's true. I don't know. It's a little confusing when it comes to how many sharks are actually there, because things happen where you don't really know what's happening. If you see the movie, you know what we're talking about, but you don't really know what's happening for part of the movie.
The first thing I was going to say, they play the stupid card right off the bat. And It's just insane. Like, I know it's a shark movie. I know it's supposed to get you scared, but why do movies constantly do that? There's nobody who would do this.
I get that it's a horror movie, I guess, and I get that it's a shark movie, so it's kind of campy and a little outlandish, but man, these characters are just so incredibly dumb. Even just the way they talk, they're just so dumb. And there's so many things that happen that you'd be like, this is a terrible idea, and they just do it. So, yeah.
And they do it because...
Well, they do it because... So basically, okay, so this is a little backstory. Mandy Moore's character, you find out very, very early in the film that she has this ex, this guy that she still cares about, that broke up with her, and she wants to do adventurous things to show him that she's not boring. And so basically a lot of her motivation is she's doing this dumb stuff because she thinks it's going to make her ex jealous or something. Which that's
to come back to her?
Yeah, that's the rationale for the really dumb stuff they do.
It's just a constant dumb after dumb after dumb mistake they do. It's just insane in the beginning.
Yeah, and the script writing and the acting isn't good, and they definitely aren't doing themselves any favors with the dialogue in this, because it's just Mandy Moore's character pretty much narrating what's going on in the scene.
Yeah.
And she says like really obvious stuff like, "Oh, it almost got me," and just stuff like she says the dumb lines.
Or,
like
I found a flashlight.
Yeah, it's so like it's so on the nose with everything. And I mean, it's a shark movie, so I'm not gonna knock on it.
Yeah, I know it's a shark movie, and
I wasn't expecting it to be Spielberg-esque script writing, but it's bad.
We had The Shallows that came out last year, the year before.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a shark movie every summer.
But like that one, I did not see that, but from what I've gathered,
I mean, I saw it, and it's definitely better than this movie,
yeah.
And it definitely has better everything: tension, cinematography, acting.
So the one positive factor in this movie is that it was shot underwater, and I knew that because Mandy Moore and Claire Holt talked about how they were filming underwater for 8 weeks straight. So that's pretty cool. Like, it was shot and wasn't all CGI. The shark, on the other hand, looks, it looks okay, but it's not the best looking shark. It doesn't look like even Jaws-like, because they use a mechanical
it
shark.
suffers from the same thing that I think a lot of people think of Jurassic World, where now we're so big into CG that I just don't think CG is ever going to look as real as a practical effect. I mean, obviously I know it costs less and it's just way more practical to do that, even though practical effects aren't practical now, but I just think that it's always going to look not that good, and it's going to take a little bit away from the fear, because you're going to see it and be like, that's obviously not a real shark. And as for like the underwater parts, I actually think that was probably the best feature of the movie, is that the set pieces and everything that's happening are underwater, and they're clearly underwater. It's not CG'd underwater. And
I mean, they're not swimming, it doesn't look fake.
Yeah, so it's cool. That part of the tension seems real because they are genuinely underwater. So I thought that was one of the best things about it, if not the only really good thing about it.
Yeah. There's like one scene that kind of stands out to me in the film, and it comes towards the end, which if you see the movie you know what we're talking about, but then it is completely shattered.
Yeah, it's just the scene itself is really cool. It's the scene from the trailer where you saw like the flare go off and all the sharks are around. That whole segment of what's going on in that part of the movie is really actually cool, and I wanted the whole movie to be like that part, but then they just ruin it. I'm not going to say what they do, but they just totally ruin the fact that they made a cool scene. They did something that I hate that movies do, and I think a lot of people hate it, and that was just a terrible idea.
Yeah, it was just... I don't even know. There was a lot of, like, not a lot of scientific... I know this is a shark movie. The stuff they did with the great whites was just ridiculous.
No, yeah, just like pretty much, I'm not an expert in sharks or aquatics, but I'm pretty sure most of this isn't founded in science at all. But I mean, it's a shark movie, so I'm not going to nitpick on that.
Yeah.
There's a lot worse things going on in
are.
this movie than the science of it.
Yep.
So there's a certain scene in this movie that I really hate, and maybe it's just me, and it really has nothing to do with the plot, but in the beginning of the movie, they have like a party thing, like a party scene montage with this song, and it looks terrible. It was like cringeworthy.
So cheesy.
The song they chose, and just the way they shot it, it looks so stupid.
It looked like a TV.
It looked like a really bad music
show.
video. It looked like a really bad music video. Maybe Mandy Moore decided she wanted to do that.
Yeah, it was like really cheesy in the beginning,
Yeah,
which I expected.
I mean, I know it has nothing to do with really the plot of the movie or anything, but that scene was just started off wrong. The movie just starts off on a bad foot for me.
I actually liked Claire Holt, like she's stepping out from the TV realm of the world, so I give her props for that.
Yeah, she's better than Mandy Moore.
Yeah, Mandy Moore, I like Mandy Moore, but she was overcooking it sometimes.
She might want to stick to voice acting, because Tangled's good.
Or she's good on the TV show. She's on that show.
Oh, I didn't watch the show, but her show's good. But
Yeah.
she's not good in this movie.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the script writing, I don't know. It's just not, it wasn't good.
So I would give this movie a 5 out of 10. Yeah, it's just that cheesy, one-winded shark movie. I don't know. I gave this a 5 because I did laugh throughout the movie, even though you're not supposed to laugh, but there's just moments that
we laughed a little bit.
it just happened, so yeah.
The more I think about it, I was going to probably give this movie like a 5 or a 5.5, but I think I'm going to give it a 4. It just keeps dropping for me. Because now I'm thinking about it, it's not even like, I don't even like shark movies. I like some shark movies, and there's some bad ones, but this is probably might have been the worst one that I've seen in a while, because it's not dumb enough to be like campy funny like a sci-fi movie, but it's not good enough to be taken seriously like Jaws or the Shallows. It doesn't.
Jaws sequels, they're worse.
Well, they're just goofy. They're so funny. They're so bad. It's okay.
Funny.
Maybe Jaws 2, but Jaws 3 is funny. But it's just it didn't hit home for me as a campy movie or as like a serious movie. So it didn't work for me. So that's why I'm giving it a 4.
So that was our review of 47 Meters Down. If you could, hit the like button down below, as well as subscribe. We always appreciate your support. And
yeah, tell us what your favorite shark movie is, and don't use Jaws, because I don't want that, because that's the only right answer. So tell us what your favorite shark movie is, and if you see it, tell us what you think about it. Maybe you liked it, maybe you enjoyed it. So, alright guys, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.